Good morning, my name is David Lane. I'm with Bulldog Rooter. Today's date is July 2nd, 2018, and I'm about to perform a video inspection of the main line of 533 West 28th Avenue here in Spokane, Washington. This line taps into the sewer running down 28, 66 feet east of the manhole in the center of Howard and 28. As I pull back, you'll always be able to tell where the bottom of the pipe is by where my camera lens light is and where the water is, of course. So we have the bottom of the pipe here on the right-hand side of the screen. What we're pulling into is clay tile pipe, 6-inch. The most problematic areas for clay tile pipe are the joints. The ground settles, and over time, the joints tend to separate and at times offset. You can see how this one stair steps down. Stair stepping down is much more preferred than stair stepping up. We never like to see any standing water in our main line. The fact that that stair steps down is good. And there's a good joint right there that we just passed, another good joint. So the life expectancy of clay tile pipe is north of 100 years. I'll give you a footage count from the city sewer. We're just now passing 17 feet from the city sewer, pulling back. A little bit of standing water here. My camera lens is 1.5 inches thick. So we know that that water is at least 1.5 inches thick there. A little bit of debris right there. I'm going to move forward. I'm kind of just running my camera through the water to try to see what you can see. Yeah, there's just a bit of standing water there. If you can see there in the distance the circular on the white, that's a joint there. What I believe is probably the joint stair steps up, and so we have some standing water there. We just rely on a 1/4 inch drop per linear foot to carry our water out to the city sewer. So anytime we don't have that grade, we have a bit of standing water. Not too much cause for concern. That was less than a foot. Have a little bit of roots here, nothing too bad. Have seen way worse. That's not going to really impede the flow of water at all, really. And here's where we transition from 6 to 4 inch. And that's 28, we'll call it 28 feet from the city sewer. Normally that happens right at the property line. We transition from 4 to 6, usually. Continue to pull back here. Just solid waste debris, it'll carry itself out. Bit of roots here. Nothing to be too concerned about, just kind of going down the bottom of the pipe there. This is a bit bigger of the intrusion. As we pull back, it's gotten larger. Nothing too extreme. A good cabling will take care of that. More roots here, so you can see where the joint separates. Over time, the ground settles and the joints will separate and offset, and then it creates a pathway for the roots to grow in and down the pipe.
And that's going to just get cleaned out.
What's that?
You can just get cleaned out.
Yeah, you just hire us and we'll cable it out for you. The pipe looks to be in pretty darn good shape. I don't see any cracks or anything. Everything we do say is recorded. Bit of standing water. I believe this water has, some of it could be grade, but also some of it could be impeded by the little bit of roots that are there. Just the flow, it's catching it. I saw something up here when we're going around this joint.
That's a big plug.
I'm underwater here. Looks like we got a separation there, and a bit of an offset to the left, with some roots growing down in it. With the water here, it's really hard to get a real good picture on it. You can see that that's the, I mean, the pipe has shifted to the left, and that's. See what there. There's the roots hanging down. I'm right at the joint here. Here's a bit better of a picture. Nothing to be too concerned about. I mean, it's probably just less than an inch offset to the left. Looks like a fitting where it might take a bend there too. Just passing 52 feet. A little bit of roots hanging on there. And here we transition from tile to what looks like to me cast iron. Cast iron normally stubs out from the house 3 to 5 feet. We are inside the foundation now. Cast iron is the most preferred type of pipe, besides the new PVC, but as far as old pipes, cast iron is the most preferred. It just lasts forever. You'll always see it like inside the home, at the inside the foundation. What they laid in the ground, this pipe's been here for a long time. We got a little bit of a belly there in the cast. Some standing water.
What does that mean?
Just some standing water in the cast iron. So it starts. We'll call it 70. We'll call it 75.9. When we go in, the water is 1.5 inches deep, and then we come up out of it. So it's probably, you know, 70. What do we call it? 74.
79.
So at the thick of it, it's only, so you only have like maybe a couple inches where it's 1.5 inches deep. The problem with standing water is when you flush your toilet, say you have solid waste in there, toilet paper, and we just rely on gravity to carry it out to the water. Anytime you have standing water, it's just like a slide, right? Like if a kid was going down a slide and say the slide dipped and there was water there, it would just the kid would hit the water and stop. It's the same thing with our solid waste and our toilet paper. It's traveling on gravity, hits water, and then it slows it down. This is relatively close to here, so that, you know, solid waste, toilet paper, and all that has a lot of momentum. Hence, we don't see, I mean, I don't know when the last time this was cabled out or anything, but we don't see very much buildup here at all because we have enough momentum at this point to just push right forward. Does that make sense?
That's a good thing.
Oh yeah, yeah. You would rather have the standing, in my opinion, you'd rather have the standing water closer to the home than farther away, because after distance traveled, the momentum then is lessened, and then once it does hit the water, it'll just stop. But we're moving pretty fast with the flush or things like that right here at this junction. Does that make sense?
Yep, so not that concerning.
No. And then here we transition from cast iron to the new ABS. This is the bathroom. So standing water is literally like a foot away from the bathroom. So that toilet's, I mean, it's moving. So this is the new ABS. This is the add-on. Then we're back into the cast iron for the original. And we should be coming out, our clean out here right now. And here we are.
Huh?
Alright, and here's the clean out we're working out of. Again, my name is David Lane. I'm with Bulldog Rooter. Today's date is July 2nd, 2018, and that will conclude the video inspection of the main line of 533 West 28th Avenue here in Spokane, Washington. Thank you very much for choosing Bulldog Rooter.